Hey everyone, we are here today with a Weyland deck up against Andromeda. Today we're trying out, it's kind of a judge, jury, executioner deck. We're trying out the new Zealous judge and lots of money as well to see how we can get on with that. I think we're going to keep our opening hand, has plenty of money. We have hard-hitting news as well in this as our kind of tag mechanism, and then Zealous judge on top of that. Of course, the first trick is getting them tagged. So against Andy, they might be running New Angeles City Hall, which will kind of ruin that plan. They could also be making plenty of money, so things we have to watch out for. Security testing. At least we know they're going to be making plenty of runs, so they know we want to tag them. Cobra could be decent. Let's stick it on R&D just as a precaution. They're going to be making plenty of runs, but they're going to be difficult to tag because they're going to make a lot of money. And Katie comes down as well, so that plan could be off the cards, unfortunately. Tollbooth could be good. We'll put that as our scoring server, I think. Hopefully find a small piece of ice to put in front of it, just to prevent against inside job. All the dirty lounge is coming out early. So they found plenty of econ in their start. Then again, so did we. Looking at 2 hedge funds and a restructure already. We could go for this early. Give us a bit more money. Yeah, I reckon we'll do that. Installing a new server, but thankfully they can't clot us or anything like that, because that would have been silly. So we take an early bad pub, but the extra 7 credits is pretty nice. Career for Earthrise. So a lot of clickless stuff going on. So we have Ghost Branch here. We could try and get them tagged. This is the other kind of trick we're playing around with. So we're hoping that they go for an inside job. If not, unfortunately, we have a useless server here. So maybe we need to try out the operation that trashes this if it fails. Going for Rebirth into Ian or Leela. Leela would be good, but we're not actually going to score this, so yeah. So maybe they're hoping they can get an agenda elsewhere, bounce this, or they're just happy to run in. Okay. So that's unfortunate. That whiffs, but could be worse. Curtain wall, it's a bit excessive. Curtain wall's a bit too big, because if it gets shut down, we're very unhappy. Also, if they inside job, it's not great for us either. So maybe we take a credit, bin it for the moment, and then regret it as soon as they nullify all of our ice. Mongoose eats up Cobra. And they're taking plenty of money, so are they going to vamp us? We'll put this on HQ, even though it's a little redundant. We'll draw. Ugh, that's not quite what we wanted. Get rid of the traffic accident for the moment. R&D interface. So that's a pretty terrible trade-off. If only I had a curtain wall. So we need to get Jackson down pretty quickly. Try and draw in some decent ice. Or at least our other tricks as well. So they've seen the hard-hitting news, but it doesn't do much for us at the moment. I think it's time to overwrite the ghost branch. And overwrite this. And we'll get rid of hard-hitting news. I think does nothing for us at the moment. And they get the Desperado. Right. So whatever hope we had of out-moneying them, well and truly gone. So, a real run. There's nothing exciting in there. And if we let them see the ghost branch, they might reconsider running. We'll see. So Enigma's pretty good as well. Do we try and push here? Curtain wall is pretty safe, but it could always be safer. An inside job into R&D interface is not great either. Let's draw two more. Let's put the Enigma on R&D. Let's bin the food, and let's bin the Atlas. Yeah. So we're kind of gearing up for install ice and try and either install advanced vans one of these. So we'll res the ice wall. Now we'll res this. And unfortunately, as soon as they get a corroder down, they are going to walk through here. This is security testing. And now they'll flush the Jackson out. So let's take our two agendas, and Ghost Branch might be fun to play with. So mind games are all we have, really. Here's our Zealous Judge. But unfortunately they're going to be unprotected at the moment. And very cheap to trash as well. Let's put a Jackson into server 1. And do we pitch a Scorch at the moment? Kind of reliant on getting tags on them. I kind of like our hand. Special order, so Corroder's going to come down. At least if they try and siphon us, they won't be able to clear things. Okay. Beanstalk is good. Zealous Judge is okay. But how do we get them tagged is the question. We could fire a hard-hitting news and see how many credits they're willing to spend. If they take the tags, then we can res this. But with this amount of credits, they'll more than likely just pay 4 into the trace. And there's the Gordian Blade. So, just as well we didn't throw the Enigma down on the other server. So they are going to wait us out. Thankfully we do play traps. So, regardless of what we do, they can get into servers. That is the crux of the matter here. Let's face it, it's not happening. So what we need to do is hit them with a hard-hitting news, or a ghost branch rather, and then get these chaps rezzed. So Enigma into a smaller curtain wall. Poor placement, but I was desperate. Still costs them 7 to go through. Fortunately it cost me an awful lot more. Wasn't expecting that. Yeah, let's get stuff rezzed. At least it'll still cost them a fair amount if they want to go through. They don't. So unfortunately we're quite poor. We need to get our Jackson to send back all of our economy. And we have the other Jackson in end that we can do stuff with as well. Well, they're nice to us at least, giving us the chance just in case. But no, we're happy enough. We should have taken money, or we should have shuffled first really. So, we'll send back. Hedge, restructure. And we'll go for the install double advance play. It's a Hail Mary, sure. Oh. So we won't do that now. I think instead we'll just install Jackson normally and take money. So now we've shown that we have it, and yeah, in the tournament we'd be disqualified. On the plus side, we can install advance anything we want now, and it becomes the, well, I know that you have it, but you know that I know that you have it, and all that kind of stuff. So they're coming into hand. And Ice Wall is going to be a bump in the road. So they see Scorched. And they're finally going to install Earthrise the hard way. But take loads of money. Oaktown is going to be a very obvious reveal. And we can't do anything about them getting in. We've kind of lost that period of the fear factor. So I think we try and draw for economy. That's actually pretty good. So get that, and we can chuck Oaktown and Cobra, which is now useless to us. Try and slowly build back up our bank, but we're never really going to put them in trouble. So security testing is on server 3, so we will reshuffle Oaktown, Hedge, and another restructure. If we do that, we're giving up on the Scorch play though, which doesn't seem all that likely, especially with hard-hitting news out. $36 credits. Are we really going to get them? We'll send back to Scorch. We have Ghost Branch, so that has to be our play, really. Now, unfortunately, install double events. They can run first click, clear tags at the worst case. And crash space makes it significantly easier as well to do so. Still plenty of agendas in R&D as well. Oh, now they know about our judge. So, security testing. Back to 30 credits, and they'll get Katie as well. So, let's do this. Maybe stick a Ghost Branch into the server, and we can advance it 3 times the next time then. I mean, worst case scenario, they run, spend a fair bit to get through. But hopefully we can land them with 3 tags. And that will give us some sort of options at least. Of course, if they hit any agenda, it's coming back to hand. Okay. So do we advance 3 and hope that they just whiff on R&D? They unfortunately have us in the lock, because this does not cost enough. And if we score a hostile, it nullifies this piece of ice. Okay, let's advance this time. So in theory, they don't have to run it. They can just keep plugging away at R&D. They didn't run our last trap. And now that they've seen Ghost Branch, maybe they're a bit more cautious about it. So they run Zealous Judge number 1. Presumably they'll wipe the 2 of them. Yeah. And yep, they're not going to run it. And our game is kind of sunk now. Unless we fake that we're going for the host or for the big agenda, the government takeover. It's a risky strategy, but they haven't seen too many, so it's kind of our only out at this stage, as desperate as that is. And unfortunately, they are more likely to just run R&D and bounce this. I can predict that that is how things are going to go. But at least we're getting that that little moment of hesitation. If we can land 6 tags on them, we might have way back into this. We can trash Katie, trash the security testing, and feel a little bit better about life. But we really need R&D to hold out on us. Where are they going to go? Installing another crash base. Yes, we got them! We did it, boys! As terrible an expression as that is. So we land them with 6 tags. And now, do we have a way back? They have all the money in the world, which is unfortunate. It means that they can easily clear the tags. But yeah, let's we can scorch, trash, trash. And which is better? They can't clear all the tags right now, so I think we just trash as many things as we possibly can. And even give them a hostile. Because we have money in hand. We have ways of bouncing back. And we have Scorch. So I think that's what we have to do. And try to find our Zealous Judge. I think... oh no, we've lost all 3. So instead we are fishing for the second Scorch. So if we can draw either the other traffic accident or one of our 2 Scorches, we'll have 1... okay, they're just going all in on tags then. But we have bounce back ability. This will be when they play, oh nice, paper tripping. So that unfortunately will take us down a bit, but Beanstalk is an MVP now. But Scorch is our only option. So we need to draw traffic accident. And then it's Beanstalk, traffic, Scorch. Or it's going to be a race on R&D. What do we draw? Perfect. And that's exactly what we needed. That. Oh, crash face, of course. I forgot this was a card. So they can prevent enough damage to survive. So do we play it, is the question. Or do we try and draw our other one? We can trash it, of course, as well. That was a misplay. So I think we suck it up and trash it now. Now, we were too poor at the time to do all three, but if we just waited a turn. So now we're left reliant on drawing a second Scorch and having the money to do so. And that may have just cost us the game. So that's particularly annoying because we've used Crash Base ourselves for that very ability. And now it's going to be far more difficult. So draw and hope for the best. Okay, so if we can survive, then we could be okay. But it's a big if. And it depends on them not finding two agendas here. If they don't, then we're okay. Well, if they don't find one agenda and then run HQ as well. So we're in a tough spot, and I don't see this going well for us. So legwork on HQ. Or they could run again and hope that the second card, the fresh card that they see, is the one. That's what they're going to go for. Possibility that they see legwork as well. So it all comes down to this, really. Or they can siphon us. Okay, they don't have legwork. So 1-5 shot. And they miss, but they've one more chance. All comes down to this. Oh, thank God they miss. So we'll use both Scorches. I don't see any way of us messing this up. Oh, that was tough going. But yeah, so you didn't quite get to see how this deck is supposed to have to work. But you saw the Ghost Branch at least, and the Scorch. Hopefully getting Zealous Judge out, but probably needs a little more ice just to protect things. But I hope you enjoyed, and thank you for watching.